Hi everybody, I'm a householder monk here with Buddha Girl.
Hi.
What's today's topic?
Today's topic is going to be about anxiety and ways to fix that. And Householder Monk here is going to give you some tips.
Well, as you know, I'm not an expert in any field that I talk about. I do have a lot of experience with anxiety, especially how it relates to depression. My Buddhist ideals are very helpful when it comes to conquering anxiety. There are some types of anxiety, like generalized anxiety disorder and social anxiety disorder, which require intensive therapy, mindfulness-based therapy, pharmaceutical therapy. But what we all need to do is look at the root causes of anxiety and try to come to terms with what the root cause is. We live in a fast-paced, media-based, money-oriented, aggressive society, and that causes everyone anxiety, I think, to one degree or another. Even if you're a person who is, I think they call it type A personality, that you're aggressive and assertive and you're a go-getter and you love your job and you're driving a Porsche and you've got a phone stuck in your ear and you're all about money and perhaps a Wall Street type person. That's anxiety, but I don't think those people regard the way they're living as having anxiety. But that anxiety people definitely feed off that. That causes anxiety for others to be around that, sort of like being around a person who's really negative. You feel that negativity, and that's a toxic person to be around. So from a Buddhist perspective, meditation is probably the most important form of therapy for anxiety. I think it's similar to what Thich Nhat Hanh says about anger, which is to take your anger and coddle it like it was your baby and say, I see you, I understand you, I am not you, but we will make this dissipate and go away peacefully. Anxiety, I think there's different modalities to deal with anxiety, but coming to a peaceful place with anxiety through thoughtful meditation and mindfulness are very helpful. I wish I could think of some more modalities of therapy. Do you have some ideas?
Yes. I know that it might be weird for a kid to be giving advice about anxiety, but I have just a little bullet points of tips for anxiety. So if you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed about anything, just try taking some deep breaths and just thinking, are you really supposed to be mad about this? Are you just doing it because that will make you feel better? Just try and think if it's actually worth being mad about.
And you brought up a good point. I think our triangle, which includes body consciousness, exercise, and yoga in particular. Yoga is a good one to fight anxiety and depression. And there are probably some other martial arts that perform the same function, such as Qigong and Tai Chi. I know a big one for me is riding my bike, throwing the frisbee. So physical activity, doing things you enjoy, not just running and jogging so hard in the Arizona heat I don't think that's a particularly helpful. Some people really enjoy it. If you enjoy it, that's fine. But I don't think that's a particularly peaceful endeavor. And as you know, another one for me is veganism. And I think that when you're eating meat and dairy, another thing you're taking in is toxic, is something that can cause anxiety. It's causing the body and mind to not be in homeostasis and to not be at that place for calmness and peace inside. Anything else?
I think that household monk covered everything.
Well, we hope this provided a little insight into anxiety. Again, we're not social workers, psychologists, but I do have a degree in sociology and I've taken a lot of psychology classes, so I know a little bit what I'm talking about, but we just want to bring that out there. Just try and come to terms with the root causes of your anxiety, and we mentioned a couple of things you can do to help alleviate that.
And just remember, we're not making all this stuff up. It's just from the perspective of a monk, but still in household and still all problems of like car payments and house payments and all of that we still have to do. And a regular monk in a Buddhist temple, they probably don't have any like problems. They don't have to drive a car or worry about cooking or anything. But householder monk he's a monk, but he still goes through all of that. So this is just from the perspective of a householder monk.
Yep, we're just regular people. The purpose of our videos is to speak from a layman's perspective, not to be experts to dictate what you should and shouldn't do. Just our vantage point from a layman. She definitely just named some more stressors: car payments, driving in traffic, insurance, work. We all know those things are stressors. So, okay, thanks very much.